Okay, what's up, guys? My name is TMossBoss, and I wanted to let you guys know about Anchor. Anchor is an app that you can download to record your podcast in the easiest way ever. Like, it doesn't require a whole lot to know. Like, you just pretty much press record and you just start doing your podcast and stuff. I don't know what you plan on doing, but you plan on doing something. That's why you're here. So, yeah, download Anchor, or you could go to their website, anchor.fm, and yeah, you could do it straight from your computer too. So yeah, it's easy. They distribute everything to they distribute your podcast to every streaming services like out there, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere. Okay, and then you can monetize it, so you're making money off of what you love doing. All right, so people, make sure you do it. Make sure you download Anchor, or you go to their website, anchor.fm. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for listening. Peace. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Season 8 premiere of the TMossBoss Show. Now, in this episode, this is a special episode. This is an episode that I thought of at the last minute. I'm gonna just flat out admit it. I thought about this episode at the last minute because I was like, I know I'm gonna have to record an episode, but what can I talk about? And I figured I should talk about my best friend Priscilla. I should. In this episode, all about her, nothing else. The whole episode. I don't care if this episode is an hour long or it might not be an hour. I feel like overall there was, I don't know, like this could be a long episode. Let's just see. I feel like I might go over everything in the like past just couple of years pretty fast, but no, let's go over everything. We've been friends for 3 years now. Cause I remember we started talking in like, dang, was it 20? No, it wasn't 2016. No, it's been only 2 years. Okay, it's only been 2 years since she has hit me up. I thought it was 3 years. Dang, what happened in 2016 then? I don't know why it feels like it's been 3 years. I don't know. But anyways, no, like 2 years ago, I remember she had hit me up. And I'm gonna admit it. I don't know if she knows this or not. I probably told her, or I might have mentioned it to her, but I thought she was a hacker. I seriously thought she was a hacker. I thought she was trying to take my credit card information. I thought she was trying to take me for all my money that I had currently, or like at the time. But I did not trust the conversation we was having. I seriously did. I didn't even trust the first thing she said to me. First thing she said to me, and I know people are like, well, what did she say? She only said, hey. She only said like, hey, or hi, or something like that, or hello. But I was like, I did not trust it. I'm thinking in my head, because at that time, I was like, I didn't remember anything that had been said or we did, like, you know, for each other and things on social media, because we were friends on social media for a while. And so I was like, that's why I'm like, we never really said, I don't really remember at the time like saying anything to her, but then she refreshed my memory and said that it was like a few years ago she was dealing with some like issues in her life, and that I had hit her up and said like, you know, if you ever need somebody to talk to, like, you can always message me and things, like, you know, you might not trust me. I was like, overall, like, that's how I am with everybody. I'm like, we might not talk that much, or a trust like level of you telling me about your personal life might be at an all-time low, but I'm like, if you just need somebody to just like get some things off of your chest, or, you know, just talk about some things, I'm like, I'm here for you. I'm all ears when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, I always try to like make sure everybody that I'm friends with, if they're okay. If it's a person that I don't know, if it's a person that I'm like super close with, I always try to like make sure they're cool and they're okay. Like, it was just for the first time, like another good friend of mine's, I was like being there for him. That was like for the first time. We've been friends for like over 10 years. And so I'm like, dang, man, it's like, it's different in things. And so that's why I'm like, I try to do that with everybody. But yeah, she refreshed my memory that I had like hit her up a while, or like years ago, years before we even started talking and things. That I was like, I'll be there for her if she ever needs somebody to talk to. And so after she had said that, then that's when I was like, it hit me. I'm like, dang, I did say that. That was so long ago, I almost forgot. But that's the thing, because I know people are going to be all like, like, probably the main question is, like, how did y'all even become friends on social media? So we went to the same high school. But we never talked to each other. And that's what I was talking about the other day with her, was like, we went to the same school with each other for years. Like, I know she was a year younger than me, so, like, what, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years, like, all together. I was like, we never, like, noticed each other, said anything to each other. And that's what really made me happy when she said that. I don't even know why, like, it just really made me happy. But she said that she'll get off the bus, and then there's these, like, front doors that you will walk into when you're going into the school. And she said that she seen me there every morning drinking a Red Bull. And I started thinking, I'm like, dang, man. I was like, I sure, like, and that's the thing, because I knew exactly what she was talking about, because there's these, like, round tables that I would stand at every single morning. And there's this gas station up the street. I would walk to that gas station every single morning, grab a Red Bull, come back to that school. And yeah, I was like, man, when she said that, it was like, it threw me back a little bit. I was like, man. And I was like kind of mad at myself, because how did I not notice her? Like, she know that. Well, then again, like, she's the thing is, she's quiet. Like, she's quiet. And me, I am loud, obnoxious, I am crazy, I am insane. So it was hard for people to, like, miss me and things. Like, that's why I'm like, if we went to the same school, you knew who I was. There was people, like, that was hitting me up after school that was just like, oh, I remember you from school. I'm like, I do not remember you. I don't remember you at all. I'm like, matter of fact, did you even go to my high school? Because I'm flipping through the yearbooks and you're not in here. So that's why I'm like, there's people that hit me up, and I'm like, I need to start being, like, quiet and shy, and just, I need to be like a shadow or something. That's gonna be the new me. I'm like, new me starting in this episode. I'm gonna be quiet, shy. I'm not gonna talk to people and things. Like, I'm just going to be a shadow from here on out. But anyway, she said that when she was telling me that, how she seen me there every morning, I was like, man, it made me upset, but it also made me happy at the same time. I was like, we were in the presence, but we just didn't talk to each other and things. I was like, overall, I just feel like that now that we're, like, really good friends, like, I don't know. That's the type of stuff where I'm like, dang, you kind of wish you could time travel and then, like, could have changed. Like, I wish I could have seriously changed things. We probably could have been even, like, greater friends nowadays. Like, I was like, I started thinking about that. I was like, man, that's just overall messed up on my part. Like, I really wish that I would have, like, at least, like, said something to her and things. Like, I knew who she was, but I just didn't, like, I just never, like, noticed her or say anything to her and things. And so, I don't know. I feel like in some sort of way, like, I feel like kind of like a bad friend for that. Like, now I feel like a bad friend. I'm like, dang, like, like, man, like, now I'm definitely gonna, like, make it up to her one of these days. Like, I feel like I should do it tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is her birthday and stuff. But anyways, so first conversation we had, I thought she was a hacker. I was like, didn't trust the conversation at all. And then after that, like, I remember we hung out for the first time. I was, man, because let me just tell you about that day. So she was in the Seattle area. In fact, she was in the area where I had worked. And so I told her, like, hey, if you want to come by, get some free food, cool. I'm cool with, like, just don't worry about it. And I'm like, if anybody asks, I'm like, seriously, I'll pull my card out, and I'm like, well, I'll pay for it all. So I'm like, but you're getting free food and things. And so it was funny, because when she was, like, getting ready to show up there, bro, I was making sure everything was clean. I was making sure everything was ready. That was probably the one day where I was like, I was actually working. Like, I was making sure everything was perfect. And as soon as she said she was outside, I was like, it's usually when I'm, like, meeting up with people, and especially people that I don't know, that I get nervous. Like, I'm like, that's probably the one time where I'm, like, nervous and shy and things. I'm like, but when I'm meeting up with people for the first time. But with her, I was like, it was really different. Like, the vibe was so different. Like, I actually wanted to meet up with her. I seriously did. And I'm like, no, like I had to make sure like everything was like perfect, everything was chill, everything was cool. And I remember she brought her family there, and I was like sitting there chilling with her family. I was like, it was seriously, that's one thing that I can never forget. That's one thing that I can never forget. And then I remember after that, she took me to my first concert. She took me to my first music concert before meeting her. After meeting her, I've never been to a music concert. I still, like, she's taking me to my first and last music concert. I haven't been to no other music concert since. I told her, I'm like, I only really want to go to music concerts with you. I'm like, I don't know why, but I'm like, I don't really want to go to any other music. Like, if anybody else, like, I see all the time, like, they be hitting me up, music concert happening near you and things. I'm like, no, I was like, I gotta bring her. Like, I don't know why, I gotta bring her. That's like that one, like, go-to travel friend that you have to, like, bring with you at all times. And I'm like, anywhere else, I'll go. Like, sneaker shopping, I'll go there. Freaking video game shopping, I'll go there. But there's like certain places where you're like, okay, I feel like much more better if I know you're there. Because then I'm like, okay, then this ain't like, I'm here with somebody, all right? There's like different places and different things that you could do with certain people. She's one of those people where it's like, if we're going to a concert, I need her to be there. I need her to be there. And so, yeah, she took me to my first concert. You know, that concert, I'm going to just tell you like all the problems that I had faced. First, I was hot. Because I decided that I was going to wear a jacket. I'm surrounded by people. I wore the wrong shoes. I should have wore some much more comfortable shoes. And then I think I had drank a Red Bull or a soda. I drank something before I had left. And I think I had me some water too. So then I had to go to the bathroom. After all of that, like, I mean, other than that, I still had myself a good time. Like, I was there. I met like more of her family. And, yeah, I was like, I still had a good time. And then that's one thing that I never, like, I thought I would do again, where I never thought I would do it unless I had kids of my own. But I went to her graduation. She graduated from college, and I went to that. And that was something where I was like, I never really see myself, like, doing anything that involves school. But, yeah, I went to her graduation. And I remember I said, the thing is that, I mean, it was cool seeing her graduate. I seriously wanted to scream as loud as I possibly can, but I'm like, that's just going to be kind of awkward. Like, I'm by myself. Like, I'm not surrounded by her family or anybody else that I know. But probably if I had been like a little bit more open at the time, I should have like screamed, clapped, did something. But I remember I did record it, and I did save that memory. That memory is with me forever that she graduated from college. I still got that recording. And so, yeah, I remember then it was like afterwards I met her parents. Well, I met her mom. I didn't meet her dad, but I met her mom, and I was like, it was super chill. I still got that video and then the picture her brother took. And I was like, man, like, that's stuff, like, I don't know, like, that's stuff that I can't really, like, let go of or forget. And I even remember I bought her a gift. I think that was, like, one of the first gifts that I bought her. Yeah, because I don't remember, like, before that, buying her any gifts. I wish I had bought her a gift, like, the first time I met her. Because the first time, like, we actually met up, we text, like, we text probably every single day. We text, like, I think, actually, no, like, from that day, all the way up until the day we very first met up with each other, I think, yeah, we hit text, like, throughout that whole duration, like, throughout that whole time. And I remember, like, the first time I remember we was messaging each other and things, because I didn't trust it. And so, but after that, I was like, but when she told me, like, you know, what I had said to her, like, a couple of years prior before that, and that's when I was like, wow, like, I really wanted to talk with her again. Like, I don't know why, but I'm like, there's something, like, about her. I'm like, nah, I gotta talk to her again. I seriously have to. And so, after that, like, yeah, we were texting each other. I think it was, like, there was, like, the one day where we wasn't texting each other. And then after that, we texted each other. And I remember we exchanged phone numbers. And after that, we were, like, texting each other every day. Every day we text each other, like, good morning, make sure we were just always, like, just checking up on each other, seeing how we're doing. And then she told me, like, she has a business, and of course she knew that I posted YouTube videos, subscribed to pretty much every channel that I had promote or created. And then her just showing that support and things like, yeah, we support each other like nobody else. seriously, I'm constantly like promoting her business on social media and things. And I'm like, and then like that's why I want to like make sure like anybody in the Seattle area, if you need like your house or like a room or something painted, like yeah, then it's a business called Legacy Painting. Make sure you look that up. I don't know, like you probably can find it somewhere and things, but anyways, yeah, it's like I post about it on YouTube, so you can like find all the stuff on there and things. But yeah, I was like she was telling me about her business. And that was one thing that I said, and I still remember saying it too. That's something that I'm not gonna like make sure that's something that I gotta make sure I do before I leave this earth. But I told her that I was going to like donate $100,000 to her business, and hopefully after that, I would like to donate $1 million to her business. And I know people are gonna be all like, "You're such like a small YouTuber, like you're not making enough money to be doing that." Like anything is possible. Anything is possible. So that's why I'm like, those are the two goals for her business. Donate at first like $100,000 and then donate $1 million. And then yeah, after that, see where we go from there. Hopefully it's one of the best painting business and things in Seattle, Washington. And so yeah, I'm there's never going to be a day where I'm not supporting her. I was like, I tell her that all the time, and I don't think I've told her that recently, but chances are when she listens to this episode, then she'll know, like, for as long as I live, every single day for the rest of my life, until, like, probably, yeah, all the way up until I'm in the hospital, being an old man, dying, I'm going to support you as much as I can. And there's nothing in this world that can stop me from doing that. Like, I don't care what I hear. I don't care, like, what goes down. But I'm making sure that her business is one of the best businesses in Seattle. And it's, like, such a random business. But I'm like, nah, that's her business. So I'm like, I got to make sure that even though that's her business, I got to make sure it's the biggest business in the world. So I'm like, that's something. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, even probably after this, I'm still gonna, I'm probably, like, work on something to, like, promote her some more and things. But no, I'm like, she's one of the friends. I'm like, I'm mad at the fact that I haven't like known her longer. Like that's why I was like, I was mad at the fact that I didn't know her when I was in school, because I was like, we probably could have been like even closer friends. Like then, I mean, like yeah, we're pretty close friends like now, but I feel like that we could have been like this a long time ago and things. And so it's kind of upsetting like seeing that, but then at the same time, I'm like, it's better late than never. I'm glad we're friends now, and yeah, she's definitely one friend. I'm like, after a while of like not talking to her, cause we had like I'm gonna just like I don't know, like I don't really like being too personal about stuff, but I had to say we did have like some like falling outs, but we always like went back and then like started like it's crazy like we you thought like we were like the best of friends, coolest friends, never like had like no like issues about stuff, but we did have some issues about things. But I'm like, I would rather for her to be my friend for the rest of my life than to have these issues being like the last thing that we've seen from each other and things. I'm like, that's something where I'm like, I wouldn't want something to happen to me or something to happen to her, and then that's the last thing that we remember. Like the last thing that I would like to like say to her is like just saying how much I care about her, and like saying that, just like how I said, like from the first time we talked, like I'm always going to be here for you. Always. I don't care what goes on in my life. I don't care if I change. I don't care if you change. I don't care what happens. But I'm always, okay, deep down inside, there's always going to be that same person that you talked to all that time ago. That will never change. That will always remain there. So yeah, I'm like, it's just I guess trying to make up just for the time that we wasn't friends, but like yeah, like I said, like we're yeah, just the best of friends. Like it's just words can't really describe her. Like I feel like I'm really lost at words for just describing her and things, but I just like one thing that I can say is that I hope everybody in this world you find a friend like Priscilla. I hope that you guys seriously do. It's like it's hard finding people like that in your life, and the fact that I found her, I'm like that's one blessing where I'm like, man, like like did I really deserve this? Like did I really deserve this? Because I'm like, dang, I don't know. I feel like, there's some things I've done in life where I'm like, man, like, you apologize for it, and then something like this happens, and I'm like, man, like, wish if I had just got like a free Red Bull, I'd been okay with that. But no, like, getting a friend that's like, that's gonna like be there forever, and then you're gonna be there for her forever and things, and it's like that's something where it's like, like, dang, thank you God for that. Thank you. I like to thank God for that one, because it's like I said, it's hard coming across friends like that. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Happy birthday, Priscilla. I really hope that you have the best day tomorrow. And yeah, I should maybe like upload this episode tomorrow and then record some. No, it's too late. Too late. But anyways, no, like, that's like, just seriously, like, just talking about like how much of a good person she is. Like, I don't know. I ain't gonna get emotional in this podcast. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not that person. I don't get emotional and stuff. But talking, like, just, I don't know, talking about her, it's just like, I'm glad we're friends. I'm glad we're friends. But I'm not gonna get emotional in this episode. So anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. This has been another episode of the TMossBoss Show. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe. And then, of course, the SeatGeek situation. If you're purchasing tickets for the first time, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss, and they'll knock $20 off your first purchase. So, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.